Let's see what I go on here now, yeah?
No, but a realistic.
Realistic.
You ain't getting a sack.
You're Gyokeres. You got to go for him. Why not?
I'm
believing that you're going to go for him. He's not the guy.
I don't think he's the guy, Gyokeres, for me.
No.
What, for you don't think so?
I've watched him. I've not watched him loads. I've watched him probably 3 times. We watched him together.
Yeah.
We watched him about probably 3 times really, really closely.
Yeah.
And 3 times I've gone...
That you don't get away with that in the Prem.
That he ain't getting that opportunity
which
in the
games,
Prem
by the way?
or
Champions League games?
Yeah.
Because I'm like the fair weather fan that sees the commercial games, like, you know, for example, the City game and everything. You go ooh, but I don't know.
Mate, when I see him physically matched, I don't see what else is there. Then that's the question that I'm asking. Is there enough after he's physically matched to be able to get him a goal?
No, but a real.
All right. There you go. There you have it. He's saying, Rio said, listen, it's not an agenda thing. This is his opinion. We're just bringing it to the forefront. When he's physically matched, when he's looked at him, he's saying, what else is there? I.e., you can nullify man if you just bully man. What are you saying on that, KG? What are we saying on that? What are you guys saying in the chat? Open up the floor.
You say, obviously, he got Yaman dashing by, was it Saliba? When Arsenal played them lot just dealt with them. I remember that game. And
he still did it. He still did it right. He had a couple. He didn't score, but he had a couple things where he did make them backpedal.
But do you know what's so annoying? This is the playbook. Anytime Man United are involved with a player, I'm not hearing what's Shirky gonna do. Oh my god, generational! He's gonna be amazing. Everyone like super excited coming from the French league. It's just the best thing since sliced bread. Oh my god, I can't wait what he does.
There's some people saying that Pep, he might not work. Or...
Reinders, is that his name?
He's wicked. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying it's just straight. He's wicked. There's no, oh my god, you're talking about a guy that scored over 30-something goals. Like, but it doesn't so what does that mean? As in his goal scoring, he's a goal scorer. That's what he does. He puts the ball in the back of the net, and we don't have goals in our team. But it's like, I feel like there's like an agenda to destroy the player before he gets here, destroy the confidence, raising questions in a talent that there shouldn't be questions really. How can you question his goal?
You can't say, but then
saying his goal record right now.
But that's the goal record. Devil's advocate. Yeah. It's not questioning his goal record. It's questioning whether that's transferable with all the other attributes. Rio's point was when he's matched physically. No, his thing was when he's matched physically. They never said he can't score. To be fair, in that clip, what the debate seems to be about is in that league, the Portuguese league, types of goals he's scoring, what he's on, is that transferable? And Rio's point was in that clip that pass, but if you match him physically, what else is there? It's not saying he can't score.
But why would you just get into physical matchups all the time? Are we going to get into, how many physical matchups are you going to have through the Premier League every single game? Or there's players, if you got Cunha and Buemo, all these other players, we ain't got Buemo and stuff like that. But if you got Bruno and those guys, does he always have to have the physical matchups? What about the Ahmad and stuff? I feel that it's just the ploy, bro. It's the ploy of any player that comes to Man United. Let's shit on them before, make it difficult, and then it's you have to truly prove yourself. Yes, he's going to prove himself to the fans, but you're already starting on a downward slider, like trying to kill the confidence already. Can he score goals? Yes, he can. Is he going to be good for the Man United attack? Yes, he will. That's it. Like, are we excited about the signing joining us? And can he make us better? Yeah. But then again, it's what happens at United. I don't see this happening at any other club when they talk about players. I don't even in Grealish's worst time, like remember look at Pogba versus Grealish as a perfect example. Pogba, 100 million has to show me. And then I remember you got all them assists and Suna says, that's what I expect from a 100 million player. I wouldn't even believe, where do you hear that about Grealish or the other players that fell? It just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. What about the other guy, Neto? Did he have a great season? Was he amazing? Did all these players meet the targets of what they were supposed to be? Absolutely not. But again, it's not the conversation piece.
And a bit about, why is no one else in for him? People are in for him. There's this myth that nobody wants him. I did a piece with a Portuguese journalist this morning on my show, and it was a really insightful piece. I'm going to try and get him to come on here to shed some light on the Amorim and the Gyokeres thing. And he said, listen, Juventus really want him. Juventus are in for him. Napoli are interested in him. Of course, Al Hilal on a madness, but he's on their list. But he's made it clear he doesn't want to go to Saudi. And I think it's because it's almost like we're judging how good he is based off that the others haven't tried to go and like fight for him tooth for nail. So if Chelsea would have gone in for him and paid 70 million, which Chelsea have got a lot wrong recently, doesn't mean that's the right thing. If we were rivaling Chelsea or rivaling Arsenal, I feel like people would be like, yeah, see, he's sought after. Just because that hasn't happened, that doesn't mean he's dead. That doesn't mean that he's not good. You have to look at what he's done. Like, I agree with you, how many goals he's scored. And then I think you have to have a sensible conversation of saying, okay, I don't think it's bad to look at it and go, right, in the Portuguese league. I mean, look at Darwin Núñez, for example. Darwin Núñez was doing very well in Portugal. He came and he struggled. There's always examples of players who struggle, right? I've got no problem with that. And you have to look at the Portuguese league and say Europe's top 5 leagues, it's top 6 league. Yeah, it's probably the one. So you've got to be honest with that. And then you have to look at the level of defending in that league, the types of goals that are scored. A lot of people are talking about transitions, loads of space to run into, running in behind. Probably not going to get too much of that in the Premier League as much, especially with how we play. So then you have to make an informed judgment of, okay, taking that, I don't think he's going to score. How much did he score in the league this year? He scored in the league. He scored
35 or something, 34.
They played 33 games. He played 33 games in the league and scored 39 goals.
How do you question him?
No, so you can say, I don't think he's going to come to the Premier League and play 38 games and score 38 goals.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's not going to be a good signing for Man United. Because I'm with you. Like, at the end of the day, you need goals, proper striker.
That's what I'm saying. But then you look at these players and these talents, and it always gets like that. By the way, people, my hay fever, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, it's killing you. I want to send some Puritan down the line, bro.
It's horrid, but it is what it is.
And you've been on the grass though, no? Didn't you just go and get the?
I got the lawnmower. It's on it,
bro.
Crazy, man.
You're finished. You're finished. Man, cut the grass before coming on the show. You're done.
No, I didn't cut the grass today though, but I'm just saying.
You've been near it. You've been near it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, just on this thing, man, I feel like it always happens with Man United though. That's my thing that I just want to hone in on. Like, we always, it's more questions for our players, but I get the mountaintop that we sit on. I get how the attention, we're that club, so they have to deal with that. Now the pressure is already on Gyokeres. He's not even a Man United player yet, but the pressure is already, it's there. You know, what's Cunha gonna do? They released the walk-in stat. When did they ever release that before?
Yeah, that was crazy. 100%.
Linked to Man United, and they say, hey guys, by the way, look at this walking stat that he has. He's walked the most in, what, a minute, 1 second he was great. Like, you don't see these negative stats when it's going another way. But when it is playing for us or anyone linked with us, all of a sudden, how good are they actually? What is there? How, in these moments, what can he do there? What can he there's so much questions. But then again, I don't see that everywhere. And I have used Grealish as the biggest moment, bro. That's an 100 million player that fell off the face of this earth, bro.
No, people have said he's dead, bro.
Not properly, not the same way.
But because they're winning, because City have won. Souness is a different. Souness, listen, Graham Souness, I agree. But the problem that you've got is, City have won everything in the period that he was shit. So it goes under the radar. The reason why he didn't, well, in the treble season he did. That's the only time he did something. When they were at their most successful, he was better. But 100%, 100 M's, been on him for time. 100%, been saying that for ages. How comes he's getting away with it? I hear that. But the difference is that because City win shit and have won loads of things and been successful, it can go down as, they got one bad thing wrong. But I agree, he's been terrible. But also what this journalist was saying to me was that the thing with Gyokeres is this, because he's 27, what people aren't talking about enough of is that it's the price. And this is why Gyokeres has been fuming with the management and the decision makers at Sporting, because this journalist told me today